Alright, what's up everybody? Welcome back to some more Fallout 76 Steel Rain. My name is Raven from the Sky.
I understand your frustration, Mr. Knapp. Finding everyone that has gone missing is my top priority, but we need more evidence before we can act.
Evidence? Well, what more do you need, huh? Are you saying my Cassie is a liar?
No, that's not what I'm saying at all. Initiate. Excellent timing. There's something we should discuss. Mr. Knapp here has come to us with another missing persons case.
My niece Cassie. Cassie Holloway. She paid some caravan and folk to help her travel here from out west. Sent me some letters just before she set out. Them letters arrived just fine, but she didn't. I went and spoke with them caravanners, and they tell me that my Cassie never set out with them at all. Those, Blue Mountain,
The Blue Ridge Caravan Company.
Okay. The Blue Ridge. I found this letter saying that mercenaries would acquire people from them. I bet you it's them.
Really?
They're like...
This letter said they would acquire more people from Blue Ridge?
Blue Ridge is like they kidnap people and do experiments on them.
This is the first real lead we've found, and it connects directly with what Mr. Knapp is reporting.
Because that's how it was with the Raiders.
I actually had my own suspicions about the organization, but this information certainly tips the scales.
What made you suspicious of Blue Ridge?
I've made several attempts to contact the Blue Ridge Caravan Company in hopes of trading supplies. They turned me down. Every time. I understand that the Brotherhood can be an intimidating presence, and the West Virginia chapter didn't exactly leave behind a shining legacy, but I think we've shown we have Appalachia's safety and security at heart. Yet they remain unwilling to even speak. I find it suspicious. During our travels, we found that a caravan group was just as often a cover for slavers and raiders. The friendly guys for rolling through towns. I didn't suspect Blue Ridge of such at first. But their repeated refusal to talk, Mr. Knapp's story, and this letter are simply too much to ignore.
Okay, what's next?
We need to investigate this Blue Ridge Caravan Company immediately. They have an office at the west end of the Big Bend Tunnel. Initiate. I'd like you to meet me there. But try not to attract too much attention either. If they realize we're in the Brotherhood, they may clam up.
Roger, I'll meet you there.
Thank you, Initiate. At Victorium.
Okay, so now we're gonna work with Paladin Rahmani. See, I like how this is going. They have it to where you can kind of get a feel for both characters before you choose your side. I know we're gonna have to choose. That's how Fallout is. If you played any of the games, even Elder Scrolls. But I like how they let you kind of feel out the story, feel out both characters and their personalities and characteristics and things like that, rather than you just sit back and watch them bicker. You know, this is way better than just watching them bicker and then, oh, it's the end of this DLC and you have to choose a side, and you really didn't spend any time or get attached. You know what I mean?
Initiate. Great to see you.
Everything going all right with training, Marty? Have they made you an initiate yet?
Nah. I'm still just a recruit. To be honest, nobody's really got time for us recruits right now, you know, with everything that's happened. But hey, on the upside, at least they let me stay down here instead of in the tents outside.
Take care of yourself, Marty. I'll talk to you later.
At Victorium, Initiate.
Blue Ridge Caravan Company. Okay. Now I do like the addition of the new factions, Blue Ridge, and then there's these those mercenaries.
What's that over there?
So far they're friendly.
Time to eat.
Eugene.
This place has a lot of potential.
It's a ghoul.
Sorry, no time to chat.
Ranch hand. What does he have before I meet? Oh ho ho, man.
So sick and tired of thorn bushes. This misty, foggy crap.
I'm all out of water.
We're all over. Building this place up is hard work. Clean up this.
Ah, there you are, Inishi. Friend. Sorry for the informality, but we should keep a low profile.
Oh shoot, let me take
Don't want to spook anyone that might be listening in.
take that wrap off my head. Oh man, I barely recognized you. Sure thing, Leela.
Huh. Don't get too used to that. But listen, I was hoping we could talk for a few minutes before we head upstairs. Let me buy you a drink. What do you say?
Something could be in the drink. No thanks, we should head upstairs.
I understand. You're anxious to continue this investigation, but we've been through a lot. It'd be good to iron some things out.
See, I feel like if it could be something in that drink. I really think they're capturing people, and they're doing experiments on them, and I think that's where the super mutants, or part of the reason they're super mutants, they're turning them into super mutants.
All the more reason we shouldn't blow our cover. Blending in a bit first might help with that.
Oh my God, man!
Fine, pal. What do you say?
You've got to be kidding me. God, okay, man.
Great. Take a seat.
Oh boy, a customer! What can I get for you?
Oh my God, man. Oh. Just a Nuka-Cola, please.
One of America's finest? Coming right up. Okay, here you go. Enjoy.
Huh. A fine choice. Salomati, my friend.
Cheers, now let's go. I don't want to talk about the Brotherhood. It'll blow our cover.
Very well. Thank you for humoring me, even if it was just for a moment. Let's head upstairs.
I never took a drink, so it shouldn't affect us.
Keep a low profile.
I know
Just
that.
beware of friendly traders looking for potential business.
I just don't want. I don't trust that. him making it, because that could be something in it, knock us out. You know what I mean?
Look out, here comes trouble.
Ms. Mayfield, my name is Layla. I made an appointment to speak with you.
Please, Joanna is just fine, dear. And while all this cloak and dagger hubbub is flattering, why don't we cut to the chase?
Have you returned to
Paladin
plunge
Rahmani.
into the depths of
Well,
Big
that was
Bend?
short-lived.
Well,
Okay,
I'm
Joanna.
sorry.
It appears I underestimated you.
And looky there. You've got one of these famous vault dwellers in tow. Oh, and I know this one. Made a splash around here. Say, when are you planning to provide some of that skill to my caravans?
I'd appreciate if the job offers were saved for later. We're here on pressing business.
Okay, Paladin. Down to brass tacks, then. It's not an accident that I finally opted to meet with you, after playing hard to get for so long. We know you're interested in the folks that have gone missing. We are too. Been looking into it for a spell now.
No, I don't want to tell them that they might get spooked. Why lie to Art Nap? Why refuse our help? I don't want to spook her, so I'm going to say, okay, then tell us what you know. We have to act fast.
All right. That's fine by me.
Right now, the most important thing is finding everyone that has gone missing and returning them home. Being upfront with your involvement in this now will be looked upon favorably, because we're not stopping until this is solved and they are safe.
Slow down, Paladin. This is not an admission of guilt or an attempt to weasel out of responsibility. We are just as concerned about these folk as you. We're willing to cooperate in hopes of saving lives, nothing else. And if you're hoping I'm about to spill the beans on some secret abduction scheme, you're out of luck. We have the same goals as you in this.
Honeyed words, but we should proceed. What can you tell us about the people that went missing from your caravan?
Better to just let you take a look for yourselves. Ares! Come on in here!
This guy looks like some kind of guard. Probably armed. Don't take your eye off him, Initiate. Thanks. It's good to follow your instincts. They rarely steer me wrong.
You rang, boss?
Harper's Ferry, the train tunnel. Mind showing our guests the route?
Oh, crap. You really want to go back there?
That was exactly my thinking, Ares. Head on over to that tunnel and show this duo of detectives the scene of the crime. Does that sound amenable to y'all?
What can you tell me about this train tunnel?
The train tunnel itself isn't so important, but underneath is a top-secret gas pipeline running all the way out of the region. It's a pretty discreet route. Safe too, comparatively. Except, the most recent trip.
What are we expecting to find there?
Well, the last known whereabouts of one of our caravans. They set up camp there, but come morning, the entire place was abandoned. It was a big group, maybe around 15, including our own guard.
You've lost that many people? And we're only just now hearing about this.
That's on me. I chose to keep this off the books. Maybe a bad call, but let's save examining hindsight for when we've gotten to the bottom of this.
I think we have what we need. Let's go.
Okie dokie, I'll meet you there. It's the big fancy train tunnel, just east of Harper's Ferry.
Now, time is money, and I've burned a bottle and plant worth of caps chatting with you two. So if you don't mind, please direct any further inquiries to my masked associate.
Fine. But after reviewing the evidence, I plan to
say if they knew you were struggling like this. Oh, and tell Deb and Shell hi for me, would you? That said, I can speak to your concern, darling. No, Ares does not hate you or think you're a weakling loser. While this is the first time I've heard a complaint about him being overbearing, I wouldn't let it bother you. I'm sure it's just another layer of his eccentricities. I know for a fact that he's very fond of you and has even asked to be paired up more in the future. If anything, I'd be worried he's a little too interested Huh. That's a little makeshift camp here. Can't remember if that was there though. I can't remember what was at Harper's Ferry Tunnel unless they just put it there. It was just a mountain wall, and they added this spot on the map in conjunction with the story. 'Cause I can't remember if this was a camp location on YouTube. Those videos are awesome to watch, but at the same time, it comes with the fact that when you build in one of those spots, there's a chance that when you start the game that, oh, your camp cannot be placed. But fear not, now they got camp slots, so you can build multiple camps, and you just activate it. That's one of the best things they've done is add camp slots.
Initiate. Glad you made it here safely. That Ares character is further ahead. I should mention, every instinct I have is telling me not to trust him.
I told you, I bet you they.
Choice for the time being, but we'd be wise to keep an eye on him.
What has you on edge, Paladin?
As I mentioned before, this isn't my first time dealing with a caravan group like this. More than once, we discovered that slavers had been using the guise of a caravan to collect and transport people.
Exactly.
Blue Ridge using a dark corner like this for their operations only raises my suspicions. I cannot overlook the similarities.
I bet you that's what they're doing.
All right, you take point.
Either they're the ones doing the experiments, or they're they're taking the people and selling them to the actual person that's doing the experiments. One of the two. But I feel like they have something to do with it. I could be wrong. They could be just because Bethesda's good at storytelling. They could just be having you go and believe that they're guilty when they're really not. It could be some unknown faction that comes out of the woodwork, and they're the culprits. Maybe the Blue Ridge Caravan are victims of it, like she says. But I mean, that's a big group. So she wanted to keep it off the record books, but I don't know. Look out, feral ghouls. 'Cause they'll swarm you. Need to make some more ammo. Down to 200 something. Still can't believe I got this job. They nearly doubled my salary, and for what? To sit here and read and make sure vagrants stay out? Vagrants stay out? Okay. Don't know what they're doing down there. Don't care. If they're wearing a suit or a hard hat, I just wave them on through. One of the suits was running late the other day and nearly got hit by a train. Guess he forgot to check the schedule.
Well, hello there. The spot we're looking for is further in the facility. There's a trick to getting in. Give me one shake of a lamb squatch's tail to get it open. Let's see, 30 days past September, carry the 2.
Is this for real?
And your is just a little further ahead. Please, after you.
Fine. But don't think we aren't keeping an eye on you.
Can't blame you. I know I'm a real looker.
Okay. Or some arms. Prohibited items. Cigarette lighters, matches, blowtorches, oil lamps, firearms, fireworks. Employees carrying any of these items should be sent to management immediately for reprimand. Like 3 of us down here. To me, something's gonna happen. Something's gonna happen. Dealing with feral ghouls. right, let's go.
Okay, the camp's just past this door here. I'll get it open.
What if they're all like ghouls now or something? That's what I said. We gotta be 10 toes down.
That's bad. Oh, that's very
Of course
bad.
it is.
Speak, Ares. What's a holdup?
You're not gonna like this. Follow me. Yep, just like I thought. Let's chat.
Okay.
Welcome to the 9th Circle of Hell. First, the good news. It's bring your own paramilitary night, so the Paladin drinks for free.
Okay. So what's the bad news? Start making sense or I'll put my fist through the mask. What is this place? What is this place?
Just your run-of-the-mill illegal natural gas pipeline, courtesy of the fine people at the Bish Company. A bit before the war, Bish offered to maintain this historic train tunnel out of the goodness of their cold, corporate hearts. And wouldn't you know it, they may have had an ulterior motive.
Okay, but what's the bad news?
The bad news is that I can't unseal that door. Here's the quick version. Clever little me locks that door by setting off a bogus gas leak alarm. But it looks like in order to lift the lockdown, you need to verify there's actually no gas leak. The door is real picky like that.
Okay, so verify there's no gas leak.
Oh, I'd love to, but there's a little problem. If you'll cast your steely gaze to the left, you'll see a massive, impenetrable wall of strangler vines. To verify there's no gas leak, we need to get to the pump room. One guess where the pump room is located.
Past the vines. Behind the impenetrable wall of strangler vines.
Winner, winner, rad steak dinner. There were some engineers living down here well after the bombs fell. Looks like they lasted a few years even. Which means they had a way of fighting back the vines. Maybe start by looking for how they did that.
People live down here? How do you know?
I snooped around a bit when I first recommended the route to Joanna. There's some offices that were clearly being used as bunks for a while. Not sure what happened to them. It almost looks like they just dropped dead on the spot. That's not a bad omen, is it?
What are strangler vines exactly?
I don't know. They're all over this region, though. Hard as hell to cut, and they grow like they hold a grudge.
How do you know so much about this place?
In a past life, I used to work with these pencil-pushing sociopaths in suits. Well, not at this facility, but I was in the know about their various nefarious dealings in the region.
Okay, we'll find something to cut the vines.
Mm-hmm. I'll just skulk here in the corner in case another way of opening this door comes to mind. Let me know if you have any luck. Try not to die a terrible death.
This sounds like a very contrived way of getting us killed. Stay sharp, Initiate. initiate. Look there, behind that gate.
Since there's only a few of us
Seems like
left
some
down
kind
here,
of thrown together lab.
we decided to
Do you
stop
suppose
changing
they
the
were making
password each
something
week.
to deal with the vines? I think I see some kind of chemical on the ground there.
From
We need
here
to
until
find a way to
eternity, it's
unlock
going to
this
be
door.
open sesame seed. Why? Because I sell any of you to the nearest raider if it meant I could eat another sesame seed bagel again.
Open sesame seed, eh? I've always been more of an everything bagel person.
This, what we got here? Reminder about password. In case you guys forgot, we need to use the new decryption system for entering the password. Stop asking why there's no letters on the stupid machines. Take the password, convert it into numbers. Try using those mechanical engineering degrees for once.
Looks like we'll need more than just a password to get through. Some kind of code for turning words into numbers, it seems. So, I guess we'll need to find a way to change open sesame seed into a series of numbers.
Request help. I entered the right password and it doesn't work. Can you guys come help me, please? Ticket notes. $5 says this jackass is misspelling sesame as sesame. Again. It should be 822 826 1422, not 822 822 1422. 822 826 1422. I mean, seriously. We spelled the whole thing out on the board. Is this really that hard? Feel like we're getting a little stupider every day. Must be something in the water. Pipeline, IT support. Yes, you're in the gas pipeline, of course. There's something in the water. Radiation.
From the sound of it, they wrote the numbering system down so they wouldn't need to remember it. Must be around here somewhere.
12, 4, 22, 13, 26, 22. Catch you, right? The end. Enough emergency rations left in the cave-in prep closet. War may be over. We're still here. Vines. These vines are driving us all nuts down here. It seems like they're growing stronger by the day. Can't even cut the damn things anymore. Mill said he's developing something that should be able to weaken them. He's being real quiet about it, though. I think he's full of it personally. Not feeling great. If it's one thing, it's another. Mel used some kind of chemical to make the vines weaker, so we've been able to keep them at bay. Except the ones in the pump room, of course. We don't want whatever got trapped down there to get loose. Not feeling great, though. Maybe we just need some fresh air. All right. I hear it. open sesame seed. So it'd be 12, 11, 22. Where's N? 12, 11, 22, 13, 8, 22, 8, 22, 26, 14, 22.
Well done, Initiate. That was some impressive detective work.
Something's behind that door.
Let's have a look at this. Aha! My hunch was right. According to the label, they made an extremely potent herbicide. Judging from this container, it looks like it's meant to be dispersed into a larger system. No sprinklers in here, so... The facility's water line? That would explain the bodies out there, but... why? They must have known this would happen. No time to dwell on that. Initiate, let's look for a station where we can access the water line. This is what we need to weaken the vines.
No one left alive, so I may as well admit it. I couldn't come up with a formula to combat the strangler vines. I found some industrial-strength herbicide in the storage room. The fancy dispenser, the formula notes. This lab station, all just a facade. I mean. At first, I added a tiny bit and it worked. No one got sick. Seemed fine. You guys thought I was really smart. So win-win, right? They started resisting the smaller dose. I had to up it. I thought maybe our drinking water's filtration system would fix it. People puking their guts out says otherwise. I refused to drink it. I'd rather let the thirst take me. Sorry, guys. At least I got to feel what it's like to be the smartest guy in the room for a bit. For anyone that finds this, I'll leave some herbicide behind. Use every bit of it and give those vines my best regards. Mel. Wow. So he put it in the water system to try to kill the vines, and it ended up, oh wow, it ended up taking the killing the people. Man, everything has a story behind it. That's what I love about the Elder Scrolls and the Fallout series. Missions, that's why missions sit up there and take like hour or an hours to do. You have like a 15-minute mission that you could beeline through, but because you're exploring, picking things up, and reading notes, it'll take like an hour and 45 minutes plus to complete. Okay, we need to find access to the water line or something, she said. Mike, boss man pulled me aside and asked me to go check out the pump area. Says he was down there the other day and heard something that sounded like a trapped farm animal. If I'm not back by lunch, send a search party. That place gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Here we go. This looks like it connects to the main water line. Let's talk next steps. I should be able to disperse the herbicide into the water line from here. I'm suspecting that the security system here won't appreciate that. Expect alarms. And the company that alarms tend to attract. Ready for a fight?
I'm ready. I'll watch your back.
Okay. Fingers crossed and guns at the ready. Let's take a look here. Okay. The chemical has started dispersing into the water systems. It's detected a foreign substance. Prepare for it to get noisy in here. Initiate, I'll need you to keep them off my back. Ad Victoriam.
I knew it. I know there's gonna be some more. And there's gonna be a boss. Always is.
Time. Keep it up.
I knew it.
drainage system if we're going to affect the vines.
Okay. Oh, maybe I should have put on the exterminator armor. What from ghoul? No, that's my alerts. I think I got one for ghouls. I think I do. Oh, come on now.
The last gate valve now. Give him hell, initiate.
Huh? Crap! Take the knees out. Come on down to the Price is Right. Let's see who's left.
Chemical is pumping throughout the entire water system now, including a cess pipe that was for disposing of unwanted chemicals. Well, one sleazy company's environmental negligence is our gain, I suppose. Those vines should be weak enough to break through now. I, wouldn't drink the water if I were you, though.
Of course. We all read the note.
Did you hear that? That doesn't sound like a thing to me. We should watch our backs in here.
Yeah, you said it. Ain't no telling what's down here. I feel like once she hits that button or something, it's gonna be, oh my, look at this. Look how wide open this is. Alright, we just went in a circle. Let's just go ahead and activate this thing.
Hostile robotic entity? That's troubling. Be on the lookout. Imposterling. Okay, see, we gotta come hard with it, man. That thing is level 85. Food and drink. I got some. Oh! Look, she's already powered up.
Fight this thing head on. We're gonna get destroyed. We're gonna get melted. No wonder they give you this wide open space. Crap. God. God.
Assaultron dressed up as a sheep? Whatever it was, it's dead, and we should be able to lift the lockdown. Let's get back to that terminal.
Somebody did that. That didn't just happen. Oh.
And that's that. Time to head back to Ares, if he has anything to do with all this.
Ah! Oh! I mean, out of nowhere. Another one. Can't believe I'm out of stim packs.
Your boss looks like she's about to strangle me with one of those vines. Something happening there?
Yeah.
Between the feral ghouls, the strangler vines, and that insane sheep robot, I've about reached my limit with this place. And your antics. I don't know if this is some kind of trap or elaborate cover-up, but we need to get through that door and get answers. Now!
Whoa, whoa, trap? Where's this coming from? Hold on. Did you say sheep robot? Like the Baba kind or the killer robot kind?
Ares, the door! Now! Please!
Okay, just give me a second. Yeesh.
Nearly there now. We're getting closer to the truth. I can feel it.
Okay, let's see what's back there.
Agreed.
I'm not gonna jump the gun and say
Alright,
deal with him.
let's see here.
He may not be guilty.
Login credentials, check. New terms of employment, yeah. Benefits enrollments expired, sure.
If we just deal with him, we won't be able to get through the door.
And done. Trust me now, I'll even lead the way, so if you change your mind, it'll be easier to shoot me in the back.
Thank you for opening the door. But know that if we find anything linking you to this, you're still going to have to answer for it.
Add it to the catalog of questionable things I already have to answer for.
Departure confirmed. Ken Turner. Guard Ares. F. Fernandez. Cannery owner. Merchant. Provisions. Minerva Merchant plans, recipes. Tommy Ten Toes. Guard off duty. Farmer. Tea leaves. He's a clerk. Merchant. Fireworks. Scrap all this stuff. Water. Loaded down here. Need that meat. break that down. Search the tents. Nothing, of course. Toothpaste makes sense. Day 1, setting out. Start of a new journey. Foundation. Lay out the red carpet for Cassie because I'm about to turn Appalachia's agriculture on its head. I decided to keep this little journal to chronicle all the amazing things I see along the way. Wish me luck. Day 5, miserable. Walking. That's all we do. We walk. Burned down building, check. Forest of smoldering dead trees, check. Oh look, an emptied out Red Rocket gas station. What a thrilling excursion this ended up being. Oh, and to top it all off, there's this creepy bald guy in our group. I keep catching him staring at me. Eyes to yourself, Dr. Pervert. Day 15, so close but so far. We're finally within spitting distance of Appalachia, but a rad storm is raging outside. We've been walking through this old train tunnel all day, and now we can't even step outside until the storm blows over. Going to find a nice spot to get cozy and nap off all this walking. Night. Okay, this is so weird. These guys showed up all of a sudden, armed to the teeth. They've just been sitting around chatting with that weirdo doctor. Everyone seems a little nervous, even the guard. Wait, they took his gun away. What the heck is going on? Oh, Ish, they saw me. If someone finds this, help us. Uh-oh. It's getting juicy. It's getting juicy. And more guard dogs. God darn rad storms. All the trips. It's all gotta be my turn when the mother of all green glowing death clouds parks herself over the mire. We're gonna need to camp out until it passes. I'm already exhausted from babysitting this massive group for the past 2 weeks. Sure, Joe's gonna be thrilled by all the transport fees, but she's not the one that's gotta deal with delinquents, uppity merchants, and that weirdo doctor that keeps joining us. least no one's gone missing. Assuming I can get them all to stay close by the camp, that is. Gaetano.
Seems like you've been pretty thorough. Are you ready to discuss what you've found?
Yeah, here's everything I found.
Excellent. I'll take what you've collected. Let me take a look at what you found. I just need a minute to review it all.
Pull out your decoder rings, kids. It's detective time.
I see. That's concerning. Wait a moment. This name. I know this name. I think I've seen enough. Initiate, we should discuss our findings.
Okay.
Well, it seems like Cassie was indeed a part of this caravan group, but I think it'd be a good idea to step through the evidence together. I may have been assuming too much about Blue Ridge's involvement. I'd like to be on the same page. So where would you like to start?
All right. Let's discuss why they were camping in the first place.
Yes. It would seem this was a routine trip until the end.
Yeah.
Something kept them here and forced them to set up camp so close to
The
home.
storm. They got lost in the tunnels when the strangler vines blocked their way. It was the storm. She didn't say anything about vines. She just said the storm. A rad storm forced them to stay here overnight. They were vulnerable. This was the last stop in Blue Ridge's human meat collection scheme. No. A rad storm forced them to stay here overnight. They were vulnerable.
That's right. The storm forced them to bunk down. They were an extra large group, too, with only one guard.
Sitting ducks. So maybe they're not guilty. We should talk about how they went missing.
Indeed. It looks like we have a clear account of their last moments here.
A group of armed strangers showed up. Wasn't super mutants. Wasn't a trap door.
That was my take as well. Based on Cassie's description and the letter you found earlier, we can assume they were these Hellcat
mercenaries.
The total number of people they've abducted, though, is staggering. Nearly 15
They're the
in this
ones
trip
that's
alone.
guilty. I'm thinking it's the blue caravan. They're the ones that's guilty. We ran into them the last video. Look how wide-eyed she is. Let's go over the names on the manifest.
Right. The manifest. One name in particular really stood out to me. Did you notice it?
Cassie Holloway.
Art's niece was here on the final trip, sure, but that's to be expected. No, the thing I noticed was a familiar, recurring name. That's right.
Dr. Blackburn.
Not only was he present on multiple trips, but Cassie makes mention of him speaking with the armed strangers. Likely these Hellcat mercenaries you've dealt with. I imagine Dr. Blackburn was the one employing them. I knew the name sounded familiar. I had read it in Shin's report of your very first assignment with us. Think back, Initiate. Do you recall why Dr. Blackburn had been seeking our assistance?
He was seeking assistance with his experiments to help humanity.
That's right. Dr. Blackburn was seeking assistance with his experiments. Something about curing diseases and helping people. I suspected it was too good to be true. And the evidence here certainly doesn't look promising. But could he really be kidnapping people?
Looks like we've got our answer.
Indeed we do.
So Dr. Blackburn
Dr.
and the
Blackburn
Hellcat
was hiring
mercenaries.
these Hellcat mercenaries to kidnap people from this route. It would appear they were cautious at first. but took advantage of a rad storm to steal away an entire group. An unfortunate end, but there's still hope of finding them. The only thing left is to report back our findings and determine Blackburn's location. You were an excellent partner in this, Initiate. This has been a humbling experience. I do believe we make a pretty great team.
You know, I've got your back, Paladin.
I know you do, Initiate. I appreciate it. I really do. I'm a bit ashamed of how quick I was to jump to conclusions on this matter. It's something I know I need to change. But even still, I'm thankful that you continue to place your trust in me. Anyway, we should get back to Atlas and report what we found. If we can determine where Blackburn took this group, we may be able to track down Cassie, and perhaps countless others. I'll meet you there. Good work, Initiate. Ares? Apology. My rash behavior was unfitting of my position, and frankly, unfair to you.
Water under the bridge. All of my best friendships start with misplaced suspicion of mass kidnapping.
Take your word for it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. My name is Raven from the Sky. If you enjoyed the episode, drop a like and subscribe to the channel and the series grow. Take care, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.